There we go. So microphone is on. Camera number 1 is on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Pierre, your host. I hope you're all doing great today. So we are going to start off our day like we always do. It's not that exciting. We're going to go over to the computer. We're going to check out a quick recap of what we did yesterday, which is pretty simple. All we did is add some gesso to our brand new canvas. Spoiler alert. But anyways, this is a routine I'm into, so we're going to do that right now. Let's go over then to our computer and we'll check out our quick little recap, which is not that thrilling once again. All it is taking down the old canvas, putting up the new one, and putting that first coat of gesso. There we go. So that is our quick little recap. Nothing that thrilling. And what are we going to do today? Well, I'm basically going to just lay out a little bit what I want to do, and then we're going to put the first coat of our background paint. And what am I going to do? Well, I was actually thinking of doing something very similar to the painting we just finished. Because as you can imagine, when I finished this painting, my eyes and brain are burnt out on colors, right? We got so many friggin' colors here, going from turquoise green to turquoise blue to mauve to magentas and cerulean blues and yellows and whatnot, that my brain is fizzed out. So I was going to do a very similar painting as this one, but in grays, all in grays, except for maybe the centerpiece. I don't know yet. We'll wing that. So that is basically what I'm aiming for. So first things first, I want to find the center of my canvas. So 128. So that would be what? About 64 centimeters. So I'm just going to do this again. Would be right about there. And I'm going to do that again, going the other way as well. And that's about, our center is right about there, which is fine. I'm not that difficult. Now, I just wanted to figure one thing out here. So I'm going to make a circle here, which is going to be my centerpiece with maybe a diameter of 32 centimeters. So what's that, a radius of 16 maybe, something like that. So I'm not sure my compass will go that far, will it? Well, maybe if I stretch this. There we go, yes, I guess it will make it. There we go. Okay, very good. So let's make up some light gray that we'll be putting as a background. I'm going to bring camera number 1 over and put it here on the side. Yes, I can bring this baby over here while I'm making the paint. There we go. So let me grab a palette here. Well, this whole painting is basically just going to be variations of grays. See if I can do that. So I want to start with a light gray for the background. We'll be adding shadows to that. We'll be adding details on top of that, just to give it some depth and some richness. All right, so how's everything going with the stream? I always have to check after a few minutes, just to make sure that all my cameras are working and that I didn't forget to turn on the microphone or even turn on the record button to go live. And I've made these kind of mistakes many times before, so. Okay, so I got that together. What am I thinking about? Oh yes, I'm thinking about adding a little bit of black paint. I'm just going to start with a little bit. I might have to add a little more black paint to this. We'll see. And I want this to be fairly liquid, so I might as well just add a little bit of water right away and figure out what paintbrush I'm going to use. And start blending everything together. I could use this one, or I could use this. I'm going to go with this guy. Okay, let's blend all this in and try to get some sort of a light gray together. I mean, you would think, like, since this is the background, that it's kind of insignificant, but not really. I mean, if I'm not happy with my background color, I'm not happy with the rest of the painting. So this is kind of an important step. And I don't think I have enough painting to cover this entire canvas. I'm going to leave that center circle blank for right now until I decide what to do with it. So this is like a nice light gray, kind of what I was looking for. The only question is do I have enough to cover the canvas? That is a damn good question. And I'm going to go for it. Why not? If it's not, I'll just make a little more and I'll add water as I go along. So let me see. Camera number 1 is all set. I'll bring this baby over here as well. Just like that. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything on these cameras anyways. Well, let's go for it. So let's come back here to camera number 1. It's funny, I put new batteries in my, a new battery in my, what's it called, in my, on my keyboard, but it still doesn't seem to be working that well. And I opened up all the keys to kind of clean it, and it was clean underneath. So I'm just going to switch a few times. There we go. Now it seems to be working no problem. Okay, whatever. Freak. The freak, c'est chic. Okay, so let's go for this. Oh shit. Well, that is a beautiful, shitty start. Damn it. What the hell happened there? Okay, let's start this again. Now, does this matter? Not really, because I'm going to be putting some shade on this anyways. Just to give it some richness, some depth. So if there's a little bit already of some sort of a shade to the canvas, it doesn't matter. Not at this stage of the painting. I do have a little black on my brush somehow, which is giving me these little black streaks, but no big deal. I have to keep in mind too that this paint is going to darken as it dries. That's something I got to keep in mind as well. I think we're all set. Careful around the circle here. I don't have to get that close to it, but still. Say I don't have to get that close to the circle, but yet here I am hugging the line. No need for it. Like I can't help myself. I always have to kind of test. There we go. Okay, so let's move on over this part. I'll move the camera over a little bit just so when I edit my movie, it will make things a little more interesting for such a boring task. There we go. Back. Maybe I'll even switch over to camera number 2. God damn you fucking thing. Ah, man, maybe the battery's not that good. With a keyboard. I should have worried about that before starting the stream. I was editing the movie for my last canvas before I started the stream, so I forgot about the keyboard situation. I'm never going to have enough paint to finish this background coat. So let me get this out of the way. This guy out of the way as well. Barely made it. We did. Yep. You can see that I'm probably going to have to put a second coat on tomorrow. In many areas, I'm afraid you can see either the brush strokes or you can see through the paint into the canvas, which is not what I want. And usually when I'm putting like a background color, I usually have to end up putting 2 coats anyways. So it's funny when I'm holding this, when I'm holding the keyboard in my hand, I can switch these keys very easily. It's only when it's sitting flat on my desk that it's not working very well. What if I do this? Will this work better? Not really. What the fuck is going on with it? Okay, so anyways. Nope. There's got to be some sort of an obstruction on the keyboard to my mouse over there, or towards whatever the hell it's called, my USB key that controls it. But when I'm holding this in my hand, switching no problem. But when I set it down, it doesn't work. So is there like a little area that I don't see that communicates, that might have some paint on it? I mean, it's been working fine for the last 3-4 years, so this is like a very recent problem of the last few days. And I had a feeling it was about the battery. But like I said, I changed the battery, and I don't see anything here that looks like it could be I don't know. Okay. So anyways, folks, thanks very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of boring start of a painting, but that's how it's going to go for the first few coats. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope you'll join me tomorrow as we continue on this baby. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Ciao, mes amis. Ah, pareil pour toi. C'est quoi ton problème? Oh, get another battery. Fuck that. Oh, what the fuck? Come on. So where are we? In camera number 1. And fuck you, it won't switch to camera number 2. Unless I hold it right here. What does that say to them? Anyways. So that's it for today. I want to thank you all for joining me. I'm going to leave you like I always do with my stupid little schedule, and hope that you'll join me tomorrow at 9 a.m. for the continuation of this painting. Until then, ciao mes amis.